Cheers.
Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Well, update is 7/7/23, and this is day 6 or 128 overall, so we're getting there. I just had a little bit of a climb, so I waited to get to the top here. What great views from here though. So remember I said this section was going to be about 4 or 5 days and 72.5 miles. I've now got, I don't know how many miles, but I've got half of it done. I have 38.5 miles left to get to where I can hitch into Quincy. And I don't know what to do about it because I was just, a nice couple had set up camp after me last night, and we just talked this morning. I didn't leave at 6:45 just because I'm thinking that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I always say I'm gonna take my time, but then it's hard. I was thinking about that's like roughly 2 16-mile days. Well, we're gonna hopefully be, except for a little snow coming up, snow free for the rest of the 38 miles, which means I can do a lot more miles. I've done what, 18, and then was it yesterday 17 was extreme conditions. So with dry trail I can do a lot more, and it just feels weird. I can do, not rushing, I could do probably 16 by 2 o'clock, and then, you know, what am I sitting around? So I can see myself trying to go farther today and shorten up tomorrow and get in there early. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. To get into town early, I was gonna just do 2 days on trail and then roll in 3 days from now in the morning and then do my errands, spend the night, get back on trail. Or I can get there earlier and have take a whole 0, and I'm still on the same schedule, so I don't lose any days, because time matters, getting this done. But it costs more money when you go in a day early. You have to spend, maybe I can stay with the Trail Angel, maybe not. It's going to be a Friday and Saturday, which are tough days, so it's also more expensive probably in a hotel. But it's 2 nights of a hotel, more food, more everything. So I'm not sure what to do about it. I need time to get a resupply. I haven't had laundry yet. Just do some things, and I may want to change a piece of clothing and things like that. So I'm not sure what to do, but I can see myself doing 20 plus miles today and then having a short day in tomorrow, but we'll see. I'll keep you updated on that, of course. Today looks pretty mild compared to the previous 2 days. The last 2 days were very extreme. I told you 2 days ago was, I feel, the hardest pass, hardest on me, but the hardest overall, but hardest on me. Today it looks like it's just kind of roly-poly, not even any big ups, just small ups and downs all day, and actually probably more down than up. So, and if it's dry, I can make time. So we will see. And normally I kind of shoot for a short, medium, and long place to camp. Today I have looked down there, you know, out in the 16 to 24 mile area, but I have no idea what I'm gonna do. It's okay. Oh, the other thing I'll say is, now that we're leaving, there's a little snow in front of me, and then that's supposedly it. But now that we're leaving a lot of the snow, it's weird, you know, there's water everywhere when there's snow because it's coming off the mountain, right? So even though there's water locations on our app, there's water everywhere. Well, now it's funny, there's no more snow, so there's no free water. And it looks like the next literally 20 miles, every water is at a spring. And of course the springs aren't right on trail, they're off the trail, so it takes some extra hiking to get it. So it's just funny how quickly things can change in one day. So there's water everywhere yesterday. It did slow me down a little bit. I had to stop like 6, 8 times, probably 8 times to get water, because you know, as opposed to carrying lots of water. The terrain was so extreme yesterday that it shows to stop more often to get water than to carry a whole bunch of water. In the desert, I'll carry more. In my area where I live in San Diego, I'll carry more, so I don't have to stop so much. But it was so hard and difficult. I didn't want to carry all that weight. So, all right, now that's it. Thanks for coming along. It's gonna be a beautiful day, and it's gonna be a warm one. All right, it's 10:50 and I've done 8.71 miles. It's not bad. It's getting warm, and I'd say lately it's been exposed. So it's just hot. It's been the train, for the PCT is not that hard today. It's been rolling. My legs, I can tell, on flat and downhill I can go forever. I don't have any pain anywhere or even fatigue. But I can tell uphill, my legs are a little bit worn out from the previous 2 days. They were so extreme in fighting the snow and everything. So I have 47 blowdowns already, so well ahead of what we need. Our daily is whatever miles we're doing, which is about 20 or so. So anyway, I'm gonna eat and drink something. I've been bad about that, so trying to do that. I've been drinking a lot, just not eating. So we'll do that and then try to take a mid-afternoon break, just like it, for about a half hour also. Hey guys, it's about 1:15 and I'm 13.6 miles or something like that into my day. I'm definitely gonna camp at minimum around 20, maybe go to 21. The only problem is that last mile is straight up, so I'm not sure if I want to do it, but it depends on what time and how I feel. But I want to go over something that I was just thinking. I hear you have too much time to think out here, but it's something I've been actually thinking about, believe it or not, since before I ever started the PCT. The first day I ever did a real hike was January 1st, 2016. I did a meetup group hike in San Diego. But as a beginner, even when I didn't know a single thing, it's just something that part of this I've been doing ever since I started hiking, well before I got in the PCT. But it just kind of been striking me more and more lately. This year, since I've been on trail, there's been so many blowdowns. By the way, it's only 1:15. I'm at 119. Yesterday, that was the record at 102. So I've been going through a lot of old burns, so that's probably part of it. But it's just crazy how much time that takes and effort. But you can't do anything about that. Those are big trees that fall in. But I wanted to implement something called kick rocks. Now, normally that's when somebody tells you something to do something you don't want to do, and you tell them to kick rocks. So it's a derogatory comment, but I want to use it as a positive. And what I mean by kick rocks is, I don't know about you guys, but how pleasant it is when you go hiking. Doesn't matter if it's the PCT or your local trails, when the trails are clear and smooth. And I hike mostly in the desert in San Diego when I'm not and even on the PCT, but that's where I hike. And there's really not many, there's trees here and there, but it's mostly desert. So it's mostly about rocks. But how many times have you walked and there's a good sized rock like baseball or softball right in the middle of the trail, and everybody just walks past it? Well, ever since I started hiking in 16, I've been trying to kick off a decent amount of them. And I was just thinking, what if everybody that ever hiked, whether they're day hikers, they hike once a year, they're through hikers, doesn't matter. What if all of us cleaned off the trail a little bit? Like, here's an example. Like, how about I've been going through what I call nature's shrapnel, which is all these forests had big snow years, which knocked down a lot of branches. A lot of dead stuff is on the trail. And they're just branches, but some of them are just sticks and stuff. And, I leave little small sticks there. But if they're a decent branch, why not stop for 3 seconds, pick it up, move it out of the way, and keep going? Imagine if every person that hiked on a trail did 10 things every time. Just imagine it. It would be so much easier and more enjoyable. And you don't have to worry about blowing your ankle out or tripping or, getting cut up, stepping over stuff, which has happened to me. And so I just thought, spend a few seconds here and there on your hike and clear the trail. You can do rocks. I have a fancy way I've been doing it, and I've been doing rocks more than sticks and stuff, because where I hike, it's the desert, it's mostly rocks. I don't know if it's my 9 years of fantastic soccer playing when I was a kid, but I do a little fancy Pele move I'll show you here. And you basically walk up to it and you kind of flip it back with your back foot. And I am lucky enough to be ambidextrous, so I do it with both feet or hands, whatever. And it just makes it kind of fun. You know, that's how when I started doing it. But I don't know, just a thought. You know, let's start kicking rocks. What do you think? Yeah, baby, yeah. Oh, that's so exhausted. Oh. Oh, I did it. So you want to hike the PCT? They said it would be fun. So much fun. Hey guys, well, made it to my goal. I actually went 1.2 miles up that big steep mountain to where I am now, added onto my day, and I did 21.14 miles. And you guys, I'm telling you, every day I think, oh, it's really hard. It's the hardest I've ever done. I don't know if it was harder today, but these 3 days out of Sierra City have been incredibly difficult. And tomorrow I've got cruising flattish downhill, get some water, and then it's 6.6 miles and 2,600 feet. So it's 100 feet gain shy of what I did out of Sierra City, but that was over 8 miles or 7.5, not 6.6. So it's actually steeper. but at least it'll be over with in 6.6 miles instead of like 8. So that's tomorrow. And then it's going to cruise in. Because I did so many miles, I only have 16.9 miles, so 17 miles. The last, when it gets to the top, it'll be 10 miles per day, and it'll be 7, pretty cruising in as far as I can tell. But I want to talk about blowdowns. Remember, we're going to keep track of blowdowns. So if you guys remember, this was day 6. Up to day 5, I said yesterday, first couple of days we only had 14 or 16, something like that. And then day 3, we had 86 of them. And then, then it was 17. And then yesterday was our record we have, by the way, that we're trying to beat today. But our record was 102 blowdowns. And so remember, we had 219 total for 5 days. And we're trying to beat 102. And we did it today. But not only did we beat 102, we beat the whole total for the first 5 days. We had 230 blowdowns today. So there's a lot of things that, when you watch these videos and it all looks like sunshiny and rainbowy, you don't see that. I don't know, I've tried to show it about 3.5 miles, exceptionally steep and dangerous, a cliff on each side of the trail for a lot of it. And it's completely overgrown. And remember, you're going through a burn, so there's a lot of dead trees down on the ground, and you can't see where you're walking. And there's rocks and holes. I almost stepped off a cliff on one spot because I put my foot down, and the trail gave on the downside of the cliff. So it's there's so much into a day. It's not like you're just walking freely and there's nothing in your way and there's hardly any blowdowns. 230 today. So what is that? 400 and the first was 19, so 449. It's pretty good, huh? Never do math live, but 449, I think, was 219 and 230, right? So that's 449. So we need, if I'm going to give one blowdown per mile and I'm doing 963 miles, we're already practically halfway there in 6 days. So you can tell. So we're probably going to have to start looking at if we get 2 blowdowns, maybe we can do double that. But it definitely slows you down and impedes you. I mean, some of them are small and they still slow you down, but some are very big. And I've showed a couple of bigger ones, but I can't show them all, of course. But it takes some time to walk around them and effort. Sometimes you have to go way down low and then climb up a steep cliff kind of to get back on trail, and it burns you out just for a blowdown. So didn't see that many people today. Saw 3 or 4 people. But I'm proud of myself. Over 21 miles today with all that stuff going on. I can't wait to have a day. I'm going to have one day where I don't hardly have, if any, blowdowns and not overgrown trail. And I would say 12, 15 miles of it was exposed, burn, just sun blazing on me. So I started out in the trees and it started out great, and then it just got more and more difficult. But that's the PCT. I love when people say, oh, the PCT is easy compared to the AT. It's like, you have to get out here and try this because it's not what you think. I've had 3 exceptionally difficult days and they've been completely different. Like difficult, it's not the same thing every day. So it's interesting. And it was beautiful again, lots to see. It was really, really, really warm today. And I'm going to go about 2 miles tomorrow, and then about 2 or 3, and then 6.6. So it'll be about 8 or 10 miles to the top, and then it's fairly cruisy in. So hopefully we'll get into town and figure it out by then. So anyway, thanks for today. It was a great day. Even though the landscape was super just kind of blah with the burnt trees, I saw a lot of beautiful, beautiful flowers. Some of the most beautiful things I've filmed so far, and bees and butterflies and things like that. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to eat something. I'm cold soaking some ramen, and then I'm going to bed. See you in the morning.